We store in memory images of value. The value may be lost over the passage of time. I was baffled about why I remembered that sneezing nun, for example. But that's the implacable judgment of feeling. This, we say, somewhere deep within us is something I'm hanging on to. And of course, often we cleave to things because they possess heavy negative charges. Pain likes to be vivid. Over time, the value, the feeling, and the stored memory, the image, may become estranged. Memoir seeks a permanent home for feeling and image, a habitation where they can live together in harmony. Naturally, I've had a lot of experiences since I packed away that one from the basement of St. Luke's School. That piano lesson has been effaced by waves of feeling for other moments and episodes. I persist in believing the event has value after all. I remember it. But in writing the memoir, I did not simply relive the experience. Rather, I explored the mysterious relationship between all the images I could round up, and the even more impacted feelings that caused me to store the images safely away in memory. Stalking the relationship, seeking the congruence between stored image and hidden emotion, that's the real job of memoir. By writing about the first piano lesson, I've come to know things I could not know otherwise. But I only know these things as a result of reading this first draft. While I was writing, I was following the images, letting the details fill the room of the page and use the furniture as they wished. I was their dutiful servant, or thought I was. In fact, I was a faithful retainer of my hidden feelings which were giving the commands. I really did feel, for instance, that Mary Catherine Riley was far superior to me. She was smarter, funnier, more wonderful in every way. That's how I saw it. Our friendship, or she herself, did not require that I become her vassal, yet perhaps in my heart that was something I wanted. I wanted a way to express my feeling of admiration. I suppose I waited until this memoir to begin to find the way. Just as in the memoir I finally possessed that red Thompson book with the barking dogs and bleating lambs and winsome children, I couldn't, and still can't, remember what my own music book was. So I grabbed the name and image of the one book I could remember. It was only in reviewing the piece, after writing it, that I saw my inaccuracy. In pondering this lie, I came to see what I was up to. I was getting what I wanted, at last. The truth of many circumstances and episodes in the past emerges for the memoirist through details. The red music book, the fascination with a nun's name and gleaming face. But these details are not merely information, not flat facts. Such details are not allowed to lounge, they must work. Their work is a creation of symbol, but it's more accurate to call it the recognition of symbol. For meaning is not attached to the detail by the memoirist, meaning is revealed. That's why a first draft is important. Just as the first meeting, good or bad, with someone who later becomes the beloved is important and is often reviewed for signals, meanings, omens, and indications. Now I can look at that music book and see it not only as a detail, but for what it is, how it acts. See it as a small red door leading straight into the dark room of my childhood longing and disappointment. That red book becomes the palpable evidence of that longing. In other words, it becomes symbol. There is no symbol, no life of the spirit in the general or the abstract. Yet, a writer wishes, indeed all of us wish, to speak about profound matters that are, like it or not, general and abstract. We wish to talk to each other about life and death, about love, despair, loss, and innocence. We sense that in order to live together, we must learn to speak of peace, of history, of meaning and values. Those are a few. We seek a means of exchange, a language which will renew these ancient concerns and make them wholly and pulsingly ours. Instinctively we go to our store of private images and associations for our authority to speak of these weighty issues. We find in our details and broken and obscured images the language of symbol. Here memory impulsively reaches out its arms and embraces imagination. That is the resort to invention. It isn't a lie, but an act of necessity, as the innate urge to locate personal truth always is.